Hi there, my name is Miski Dee. I write songs for a band called City Mouse. I'm just going to go over some terms and ideas that have helped me express myself lyrically, and I hope that they can inspire you to do the same. So, rules. I would say that the first rule of songwriting is that there are absolutely 100% no rules. There are all kinds of songs. Songs could be short or long or happy or sad or fast or slow and everything in between. Some writers pour all of their deepest feelings into their lyrics, which can be a pretty powerful thing for both the songwriter and their audience. But then there are the songs that we dance and laugh to. There's happy, fun, lighthearted lyrics, and those are the soundtracks to our parties, our road trips, just fun hangouts with friends. I feel like there's a place for all kinds of song lyrics. So let's talk about point of view. You can write a song from your own point of view, or you can write a song from your friend's point of view, a stranger's point of view, a celebrity. It doesn't even have to be a person. You can write a song from a pet's point of view, a plant, a planet. I absolutely have heard many songs written from a cat's point of view. So get creative and maybe play around and just pick an object or a person or an animal and try to write a few lines from their point of view. See where that takes you. Onomatopoeia. That is a really long word to describe words that describe sounds. So squeak, squeak, click, click, meow, thump, 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 woof, growl, boom. Boom's a big one used in a lot of songs. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. There's so many. You can probably fill up a whole couple pages in a notepad with these little words that describe sounds. Rhymes. So rhymes are probably the first thing you think about when you think about writing song lyrics. Most of the songs we hear have a lot of end rhymes, which is rhyming at the end of a sentence or a line in a song. There's internal rhyme, which is rhyming words inside of one line. There's also rhymes that start off a line in a song. You can get really creative here. In the end, it's just whatever sounds good to you. I've heard bands add syllables to words just to make them rhyme with other words, which is perfectly acceptable in our world of songwriting. It's kind of like cutting a puzzle piece to make it fit. So alliteration is when you use a bunch of the same consonant sound in a line on purpose. A lot of times people don't even realize they're doing it because it just sounds cool. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap by AC/DC is a good example of alliteration with the letter D. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. Good Riddance by Green Day. Best and test are a good example of alliteration and internal rhyme, actually. Assonance is when you do the same thing as alliteration, except it's with vowel sounds instead of consonants. The words don't have to rhyme exactly like good and hood, but good and put are an example of assonance. We are never, ever, ever getting back together is a good example of assonance. Ever and together don't rhyme really, but they kind of sound the same because the vowels use the same kind of sounds. So I would say assonance is kind of like rhyming, except it doesn't rhyme exactly, but it sounds great. Organizing. Songs don't necessarily have to make sense, but if your song is telling a story, you might want to make sure it has a beginning, a middle, and an end so people can follow along. The Battle of New Orleans by Johnny Horton, or The KKK Took My Baby Away by the Ramones, those are both really good examples of songs that tell a story. I'm sure you can find plenty more. Ballad of Anything usually tells a story. So my last little piece of advice is that you don't lose it. Anytime you get an idea, just write it down or record it on your phone. I can't tell you how many times I've thought up some lyric that I thought was really great and then I forgot it like 20 minutes later because I just got distracted. So I always have a notebook going. It's just a big sloppy mess of ideas and song lyrics, and whenever it gets filled up, I just cut anything out of it that hasn't already been used for a song, and I just glue it right into the other notebook, just so I don't lose it ever. You know, maybe someday one of those things will fit a different song. I also never ever erase. So if I have writing like this and I want to write over one paragraph but keep the rest of it, I'll just write it on a different page and add it over. I do record a lot of little ideas and notes into my phone all the time just to catch them, but then I always write them down later into my notebook because I just feel like it helps me brainstorm lyrics more when I can see them on paper together. And you know, I can just rip one page out and put it next to another page if I feel like they might go together, and see if that helps get some ideas flowing too. There really are no rules. Like I said before, if you write songs already, I hope this gave you some new ideas. If you've never written a song before in your life, I hope this gave you just a little push to go for it. Have fun. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, let's stop this one. So, most songs that you hear on those are the songs you dance and laugh to. Those terms and ideas that have helped me squeak.